Okay, so today I have Jake Sachs here, and he's been a friend of mine for a while. So this is going to be completely confidential. So as soon as I turn it into my professor, it gets deleted immediately. So
Okay.
so just in case
Gotcha.
you're worried, I didn't think you were, but
Not worried.
so we're just going to talk about. I've known Jake for quite some time, and we're going to kind of talk about his progression of careers that he has chosen. So why don't you just start with? It doesn't even have to be like your high school career, like starting from college. So kind of just go through that.
Like
progression.
include going to college or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, do I talk to that or to you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I went to school for 1 year, and I started working at Geek Squad during that.
What was
I'm
your?
in IT, by the way.
Yeah, what was your major in
Computer
college?
science.
Okay.
So I did that for 1 year in 2014, and then I worked at Geek Squad for about a year and a half. Then after that, I started working at Airlight Plastics in their IT department. And then after that, I worked at Airlight for 2 years. And for 6 months, I worked at a small company called Run Networks. And now I currently work at West Development in their IT department.
Okay, so did you finish college?
No.
No? Is that something that you wish you would have done?
No.
No? Do you think you're going to go back?
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, it seems to me that you have already established your career in IT. You know what you want to do, and you've gotten positions without having to go to college or completing college. So it seems to make sense that you don't feel like you have to. Do you know if there's would it be like a money thing? If you got tuition reimbursement through your job, would you do something like that?
Depends. I don't know if it was enough money. Yes, maybe.
Right.
But in my experience, for what I do, that's not really the case. They don't push for you to go to school. They push for you to do more certification type of things, like quick one-off classes.
So do they pay for a lot of that?
Yeah.
Where the past places I know you've been able to go to workshops and trainings.
So a lot of things. Yeah, a lot of things like that, basically, where it's just a 2-week course and then you get certification that you're proficient in some type of work in the IT world.
Does that is that pretty common in IT positions?
Yes.
Yes.
Very common.
So I'm guessing because technology is changing every single day, that it's probably always going to be an abundance of things that you can learn.
Yeah, always new stuff coming out. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So I know you mentioned that you only worked at a place for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a little bit about why that was only that short period of time?
It was small business, which I found out I don't like, and then I just did not like working there at all, to the point, and I butt heads with the owner himself, who was my direct boss, and to the point basically where he ended up letting me go, and it all worked out great for me, but I did not like working there. I don't think they liked having me there either, and so it just didn't work out, so it was a pretty quick tenure there.
Yeah, were you excited at first though, because you had worked at Airlight for 2 years? Was that something that you thought you were going to learn more from?
Yeah, I definitely thought it'd be a great new experience, and it was. I actually learned a lot in that 6 months, what a lot of bad things can be that I hadn't experienced before. And when I first started, I was really excited just for something new. I was really burned out at Airlight.
Right.
So when I started that new job, it was a breath of fresh air at first, so kind of took a downhill slide.
Well, you could kind of see it as more of an internship. I would say, because I've done an internship where I was this is actually not something I want to do. I'm happy I don't work here full time type of thing. But you did have that experience.
Yeah.
So, if anything, you can say
it was a quick little thing.
It was just kind of more of an internship. Yeah. So what do you do at your new job that you have?
I do remote IT support, basically. So any computer thing with any of the companies that we support, you can call the line and it'll ring to my desk, and I just try to help out.
So it's a really big company then?
It's like a medium-sized company, but we support a bunch of senior living communities. So I don't even know what the true size of it is, I guess, but it's not like Google or anything like that, but it's not a mom and pop shop either. So.
Right. Well, I know that in the past you have not really traveled for your work. It's been more like at your desk every day type of thing. But then this one is different from what I understand. Like, what is that traveling aspect that you have?
Well, we do senior living communities. So as we bring in new communities to support, they send me out there basically to switch over all of their systems to our company system, so we have control of all their computers, and so it's easier to support them.
Gotcha. So do you like that you get to travel?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah? It's a good thing, I think, especially at the age that you're at, because I mean, this is the time to go ahead and travel and whatnot. So, do you think that you're going to stay in the Omaha area now that you get to still go to other places?
I don't know. I still kind of want to move, but if I travel around enough, maybe that'll change.
Yeah.
I don't know. Up in the air.
Cool. So, what has kind of been like your end game when it comes to career-wise?
I don't know.
You don't have any?
Nope. Just kind of seeing what happens. Just going with the flow, basically.
Well, that makes sense. Cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really have that many other questions, but thanks for chatting with me today.
Oh, yeah, anytime, Danielle.
Good luck with your endeavors.
Thank you. Same to you.